Hi Gemini, welcome to your December reading. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And I'm going to get started on your reading, but first I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. So this month we have a full moon in your sign on December 12th. And then we have a new moon solar eclipse at the end of December on the 26th. And that's going to be... it's actually going to be a good one, I think, because it's connected. It's conjunct Jupiter. So it brings in sudden changes and opportunity. And Jupiter is also favorably aspecting Uranus. So out of the blue, surprises out of the blue. But we'll get into that later. Let's see what the cards say. What do the cards say about Gemini? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for the month of December 2019. What is coming up for Gemini for December 2019? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for December 2019? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for December 2019? The Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Star, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups. All right, this is looking good. So you start the month out. Your goal in December, you have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a wealth card. This is security, financial success, feeling that someone has your back, or feeling that you have, you're trying to create a home, a place of abundance. You're feeling supported in December. Now you have the Six of Pentacles here crossing. So there could be, for some of you, in a relationship, this is a card of giving, of give and take. And you could be in a career where you're working to help others. That usually comes up when you're doing some type of social work or even healing work. But it also comes up in a relationship when one party is giving more than the other, where you feel like there's this imbalance. Like maybe you're taking care of someone financially, or you've been supporting someone financially. And there's a little bit of an imbalance in the relationship. So, or it could mean also that you're spending a lot of energy giving to everyone, but you're forgetting to give to yourself. Because you have, you're just all about abundance. You have the means to do it, and it makes you feel good. But you have to remember with the Six of Pentacles that, while it's great to give to others, and, it comes back to you, you feel really rewarded by doing that, you also have to remember to take time out and not burn yourself out, but to also give to you, to put yourself on the list. And, don't be afraid to ask for, to be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Because a lot of times when you're a giver, you don't even think about yourself. And so you're just giving. And you have a hard time receiving. So you may have to work on that in December, learning how to receive. Because you're going to have opportunities coming up, I see. Now, in the past, you have the Eight of Swords. So you may have felt, this is a card of feeling trapped or feeling stuck. So you might have been stuck in a relationship that maybe you weren't happy with. Or you were stuck in some situation where you were afraid to break free, even though you really needed to break free from this situation. But fear was holding you back. Maybe fear of financial support. Maybe you had a job that, it pays the bills, but it's not fulfilling, but you don't want to leave it because, it pays the bills. Because you don't have another job to go to. Or there could have been a relationship where maybe one of you, there was this financial dependence in the relationship. Maybe one of you is dependent on someone else for money, and you couldn't leave it for that reason. These are all the possibilities. Or it could just be that a fear of moving on, a fear of breaking free. But you have the star here. So the star, things are starting to change, and it's already happening because the star is in the recent past. So you already are on the trajectory to achieving a goal, a long-held dream. And opportunities are opening up for you. You have the Eight of Wands. This is a card of love, speedy, like travel, think messages coming in, travel, the arrows of love, career opportunities opening up. So I feel like you have opportunities both in love and in romance coming up in December, because whatever is coming your way is going to be coming quickly out of the blue. It could be out of the blue even. Maybe you meet someone and you start to develop feelings for them right away, and you're just falling in love, or because you have this Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is a romantic proposal. So either you're making a romantic proposal towards someone, or you're receiving one. It could go either way. This could represent someone who's very romantic, very creative. You have an opportunity to partner with someone, because look at this Two of Cups at the end here. This is a soulmate connection. You have the potential to make a soulmate connection in December. And you might be kind of like head over heels. If you're not dating anyone, you could meet someone that you could be head over heels. If you're in a relationship already, you just might grow deeper. Your relationship might, you just might grow closer together. Maybe through travel. You might be working together on some project that's starting to show results. So if you're working together, there's like money coming in, there's support coming in, there's opportunities coming in. But if you're in a new relationship, this is a card sometimes of someone who is idealistic towards love. So you might be like thinking this person is like the greatest thing you've ever met, and like, oh, you're all head over heels and gaga. So you want to, let things settle down a little bit before you run off to Vegas. But really, you have the potential to have a soulmate connection in December with someone that you really can see eye to eye with. You feel like this person gets you. You have this Queen of Pentacles here. So this can be two things. Either you're dealing with someone who's an earth sign. You have earth and air. And even water, for that matter. So I don't like to usually go by the signs. I like to go by the personalities of the card. So the Queen of Pentacles personality is someone who's looking toward the future. And I think that could be you on some level. You could be looking toward the future, looking for something that's secure. You want a relationship that's going to bring you security. Maybe you broke out of a relationship in the recent past, and now you're looking to reestablish some type of secure connection. But you don't want it's not just about, moving in with someone. You want someone that you could really connect with on an emotional level. And also as a Gemini on an intellectual level. You're going to need that too. You need someone you can talk to and communicate with. But so this could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, and maybe you're having you're apprehensive. Maybe you're afraid to take action toward this person. Could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It could also be that you doubt your abilities, because sometimes the Queen of Pentacles could also represent your energy, that you have a lot of talent, but you may not believe in yourself enough, or you may doubt your abilities. Or you're connecting with someone who has those qualities, who's very talented but a little bit insecure. In any case, there's definitely an opportunity for a romantic connection in December. And you have the Three of Wands here in your environment. So whatever seeds you've been planting, you're going to start to see results. So if you've been busy working toward a goal and, doing a lot of work and waiting to see what's going to develop, things are going to start to develop in December. You're going to start to see things start coming back. Doors start opening up. You could be working in a partnership on some type of project where you're working with someone. Maybe that's how you connect with this person. It could be through work or through some type of project that you're working with. That is also that will be successful. And if it's not a romantic relationship, you could just have a good connection with a partner, on a project, on a work project, where you're really seeing eye to eye and you're like on the same page and you really understand each other, you have the same goals. Now, in your wish fulfillment sector, you have this Queen of Swords energy. So this could represent your energy, because I feel like you've been through a difficult time in a past relationship, and you might have suffered some heartache in the past. And so now, even though you have these opportunities to connect with someone, you may be a little bit afraid to make that step to reconnect with someone or to connect with someone new because of the wounds that you've suffered. Because this is like a card of fear, this Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, the energy is one of, I have my wall up, I'm independent, I don't need anyone. So you have that harsh vibe, like you're not really welcoming people to come forward. You're just saying, stay away, I don't need anybody. Because you're afraid to connect. You may have some fears around relationships because of whatever you've suffered in the past. Like you're afraid of repeating past heartache. So you've been a little bit wary of a new connection. And you're being very, you're letting your head rule your heart. Where in the past you might have just went with your feelings. Like, oh yeah, this person really sounds exciting and I'm all, Now you're like, well, I don't know, let me think about this. Is this person really right for me? And I don't want to, So you're putting up some barriers, you're putting up some walls. So you want to drop your guard a little bit because you have, look at this Two of Cups. You're going to have the potential to connect with someone. And it could be a very nice connection. Very romantic. It could even feel karmic on some level. Because sometimes the Knight of Cups has like a karmic energy. If you're connecting with someone, they could be very creative. Very romantic. Maybe a little bit immature in the way they deal with relationships. Like they have like a young naivete to them. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. And it could even be you. Like, when you first meet someone, how you're like, you feel like a teenager all of a sudden. You could be 100 years old and all of a sudden, oh, I feel like a teenager. I have butterflies. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like a new connection that's going to bring more excitement to your life. You might even decide to travel together or go on adventures. But you're going to feel safe and secure. This person will have your back. That you're not going to repeat the past. So don't be afraid of being hurt again. I feel like you have the potential to connect with someone and to deepen a relationship. Either deepen a current relationship and become more intimate, or meet someone new that you can really connect with on a very, on a soulmate level. The only thing you have to watch is your fear. Don't let fear hold you back. So let's see what the astrology is saying. So you've got the full moon in your house, in your first house, and it's affecting your relationships. So something is coming to completion. Either you're either ending a relationship, because full moons usually bring things to light, or you're declaring, you're realizing or you're taking action toward a new relationship. So you might decide to ask someone out, or you might decide, okay, I'm leaving this relationship. Whatever it is, something is completing. Maybe you're deciding, for some of you, if you're in a committed relationship, you're deciding to take it to the next level. But now, the issue around this whole relationship full moon issue, because the moon is in your first house, the sun is in your seventh house. This is the house of partnerships, committed partnerships. Now, it could be, and it's usually the marriage house, not saying you're getting married, but it's a house of serious partnerships, not just like flings or dating or, romance. You're going to be meeting someone that you could have a significant relationship with. Or you're going to be forming some type of business. It could even be a business partnership, because the seventh house is not just romantic relationships. It's also other partnerships that you form, friendships, partnerships where there's a commitment involved, where there's like an understanding that we're in this for the long haul. The only problem that you're going to have, you've got all these planets in the 8th house. Saturn, Venus, and Pluto, and Jupiter. So Jupiter's bringing you opportunity. Now the 8th house, it's the house of support and resources that you get from others. So it's not like your income, but you might be getting funding or some kind of financial support because of a project you're working, like grant funding or something like that, that allows you to achieve a goal or a dream. But the 8th house is also about, it's like taxes, but it's also about intimacy. And it's also about your fears and your hang-ups around intimacy. So you've got Saturn there. Saturn is teaching you, like you're dealing with blocks to intimacy. This full moon may show you that. You may see, like, I see where I'm afraid to commit, or I see where I'm afraid to get close to someone. And Pluto is giving you the opportunity to go deep into your psyche. Pluto's about, psychological analysis, going deep. To really get to the bottom of that. Why am I afraid of intimacy? What is it that I need to, uncover or reveal that can allow me to get close to someone, that can allow me to bond on a soul level? And Venus there, conjunct Pluto, there's someone that's going to be passionate. I mean, it's going to bring up passionate feelings. You could have a very passionate connection. Not just a, it's not going to be a friendship. If you connect with someone, it's going to be deep on the soul level. And so it could be scary. It's going to be scary. And that's what you have to overcome, your fears. But Jupiter's there, so Jupiter brings opportunity and luck. And Jupiter is trining Uranus. Now Uranus is in your 12th house. So what that means is you need freedom. You need to be freed from some kind of the 12th house is the house of hidden enemies, but it's not, that's like the old-fashioned meaning, but really it's self-sabotage. Where do we self-sabotage? What are our psychological hang-ups? What is it that we need to release? What past patterns? What is it that my blind spot? Like, you may not even realize. You may have some things that are going on that you're not even aware of. And Uranus will help bring those to the surface and help you free yourself from past conditioning that has kept you from creating an intimate soulmate connection. So this could be really exciting. You're on the trajectory to make real changes in the way you relate to others on an intimate level, and also to confront your own inner demons and make changes on that level too, because the 8th house is like, it's confronting the darkness, it's confronting the dark side with the intent of healing it, going deep, seeing what's there, releasing and healing so that you can make a stronger connection. Meanwhile, you have Mars in the 6th house, trining Neptune in the 10th. So you're busy with work. With Mars in the 6th house, you're slaving away. You are a slave to work. You're working really hard. Mars can sometimes bring up some health issues if you've been overworking. So don't, you need to take care of yourself. Remember, put yourself on the list of, you have to, take the oxygen mask before you can give oxygen to others, right? So take care of yourself. Don't overwork. Neptune in the 10th, you might have been going through a period of confusion about your life direction. Or you could be just getting more involved in a career path that helps others that are that are disadvantaged in some way. And if that's the case, and that's the path that you're really committed to, you're going to be putting a lot of energy toward that, and you could be achieving some real goals, successful goals along those lines, and receiving financial support. But it's going to involve a lot of work because you have Saturn there. Saturn in the 8th house, bills may be coming up, expenses. Saturn demands dedication and commitment. You can't just skim through Saturn. You can't get the cliff notes with Saturn. You have to read the book. So, but the transformation will be powerful. So, if there's a relationship opportunity that comes up in December, it could be a very strong and special connection. And then we have the solar new moon eclipse in your 8th house. So here you have this chance for a new beginning. Jupiter is there, so luckily Jupiter can offset some of the Saturn energy because Jupiter brings opportunity. So even though you've been working really hard, you may feel like, well, I'm not getting anywhere. I've been putting all this work in. I need more financial support. I need other people. I need help. really the 8th house is about resources that you get from others. So you may need financial support. You may need other kinds of support. You're going to get it with Jupiter. The opportunity is going to come. But first, you have to remove some blockages, because you might be sabotaging your success because of your fears. So Uranus, the 12th, is going to be your friend because Jupiter is trining Uranus. And so sudden opportunities can come up where you're going to get the support you need. You're going to find a way to release and let go and clean house psychologically, so that it can free you to embrace these opportunities that are coming your way, both in career and in a relationship. You have the North Node, which is in Cancer, and all these planets, this new moon, the solar, it's opposing the North Node. So it's like, it's telling you, you have to start nurturing yourself. You've been too focused on work, and you've been burning the candle at both ends, and you've been so dedicated, and that's great. But you have to stop and think, okay, what do I need? And what's coming back? What do I need to do for me? What is it that I value? You have to work on nurturing yourself. And this is giving you an opportunity to do that, to find more work-life balance so that you can have more intimacy in your life. If you've been distracting yourself with work to avoid getting close to someone, or to avoid having a relationship, or to avoid any problems in a relationship, you're throwing yourself in your work, that's not going to fly. You're going to have a chance, because the eclipse is saying you got to take action. The eclipse brings opportunity. You got to move now. You got to strike when the iron's hot. You can say, no, I'm not going to do that, and miss the opportunity, but this is really a valuable opportunity for you to make real changes in your life and to release yourself, to free yourself from any kind of blocks that have been holding you back from receiving the love and the financial support that you need. So Gemini, this is your month. Love, money, dreams come true, opportunity, speed, things happening out of the blue. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let your fears hold you back from achieving the blessings that Jupiter is bringing in. And because it's all in Capricorn, these are things that can last for a long time, because Capricorn represents stability, longevity. Yes, you have to do the work. Yes, it might always be easy, but it's something that you could build, something that lasts forever. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I want to thank everyone for their support, for liking, subscribing, commenting, and for those who've ordered readings, thank you. I really appreciate your support. And for those people who are new, I want to say welcome, and have a wonderful December. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, I hope you have a beautiful holiday, and I will see you again next month. Okay, bye now.